Welcome, everybody. This is YDoc, and we are having our first ever executive meeting.
All
Yay!
right.
And we're going to upload this to our Dadcraft channel, and this is going to be basically a discussion and a talk about some of the guidelines of our server. Since we have to kind of have these things in line now because our server is growing and drawing a lot of attention. So we thought that we should put it out there so that everybody knows where we stand and what's coming up and what isn't. So uh, I guess we have a list of things that we want to talk about, and one of my two associates has that list, I think, and so we'll let them open up with one of those two open up with what we're going to talk about. All right. So who wants to go?
I think we should cover them all individually, to be quite honest.
Okay. And you got to speak up, Kaylor. We're on camera here.
Okay, sorry, not used to this.
All right. So Tad, do you want to start, or do you want Kaylor to start?
I'll go ahead and I'll say a few of them. Sorry, I had to eat some pie there for a second. Didn't want to start dying here in the middle of our recording. First of all, just again, welcome to the server. Happy that y'all are watching this and y'all are getting some of the guidelines and some of the stuff that we've discussed and want to share with y'all. But I'm going to go over, I think, some of the stuff that is server side that pertain to like the server and like how many people we're going to have on it, and then some of the in-game stuff. Kaylor, you want to share some of the in-game rules? Kind of just like the gameplay type of rules that we have for everybody. But we're planning on having a maximum number of players of 25, and that's active, 25 active players on the server. I think that will, our server host can handle that easily with that many of us running around at a time. But that's a pretty good community, so that's the number that we've agreed on is 25 folks. And an active player is someone that is active. Doesn't go inactive for any more than 40 days. So if you're, if something happens in life where you just can't get on and can't play, then we're gonna, if you're inactive for more than 40 days, then you'll be removed from the whitelist, unless there's something special going on, and you let one of us three know, or just it's in the chat, in the Skype chat, that something's going on, and we won't, de-whitelist you.
We won't ban you, but we will remove you from the whitelist.
Yeah, that's it. And let's see. We do allow anyone that's playing to donate to the server's running costs, and they're purely voluntary and greatly appreciated. But note that they are donations to just to the server running costs, to the monthly service of our server. There are no strings attached to it, so
you don't get any extra benefits because of it. It doesn't make you a admin. It doesn't make you a moderator. If you want to do it, it's appreciated. But if not, that's okay too. And just to touch on that right now, we have $107 and some change in the Dadcraft PayPal account.
Woohoo!
Yeah. $107. And just an FYI, I've made it now so that I am not the only one with access to that. So that should make people a little more comfortable, maybe. But both Tad and Kaylor each have access to that account also. So I'm, to just kind of make sure that nobody suspects any improprieties. And what I've been doing up to this point is, I committed to spending a certain amount of money per month, and once we upgraded our server, we've exceeded that amount. So I'm not I'm not paying the monthly fee with all of it. I'm still paying the amount that I agreed to myself to pay, and the only thing that the donations are covering are the over and above that. So right now, with $107 in there, we have enough to cover the over and above, uh, like 10 months or something like that. So uh, we
Yeah.
should be all right for a while. So,
Yeah.
but all right,
And we're running. How many gigs are we running now on the server?
like three point something. So
Yeah, just a little over 3 gigs of RAM. So it seems to be running smooth with the amount of players. We're having consistently 6, people on, or on the upwards of 6 or 7 at a time, which is it seems to run okay. Let's see. Looking at communications, we use Skype solely for communication. Just like our call right now, it's a Skype call, and we also use it for the chat, the Skype chat, in order to communicate on anything concerning the server. So if you need to contact anyone, do it through the Skype chat. We're always on there, and if you need to say anything about anything that's going on, that's the place to do it.
and if you need to get a hold of one of us three without everybody else seeing it on the Dadcraft chat, you can send us messages individually also, if it's
That's
something
true.
you don't want broadcast.
Yeah. And the server is restarted once per day at, let me see, I have the time. It's actually 1 p.m. GMT, which is, I think, Kalor's time. Is that right? Have you been on Kalor at 1 p.m. when it's been rebooting?
Not yet, I haven't, no.
Okay. All right. So, but that's the time that I have it set for. I've noticed that not a lot of people are on at that time. Just every once in a while, there'll be someone from Australia or in Europe on at that time, but it doesn't seem to have as much traffic. So I chose that time so it wouldn't interrupt people's recordings or anything that they're doing. But the server will reboot once a day, and it's just to kind of clean out the cache, to restart the RAM, and start fresh.
And it gives you a 5-minute warning.
Yeah, there's a 5-minute warning. It says there might be a few text things on there that change from time to time. I think now it says head between your knees, about to reboot. But,
That's right. So be prepared.
yeah.
All right.
And I think that concludes the server side stuff. So, Kalor, if you want to talk about gameplay stuff, let me go over here and look at the rules just once. I have them all. They're all also up on the boards on either side of this room here. So I think that I got everything on the server side. Now over here is actually the gameplay side. Gameplay rules, but all of the rules or guidelines that we're going over are posted here on the walls in the Dadcraft Chat boardroom at Hill Valley,
Right
at the Hill Valley Town Hall.
All right, Kalor. How about covering the gameplay rules?
No problem. Hello, welcome to Dadcraft. First of all, because we are a group of mature people, we have got specific rules that unfortunately other servers don't always adhere to or follow. So what we ask you to do here is to be a mature player, to respect other players, no griefing, no stealing other people's belongings, no lava or TNT traps. Destruction of property is probably one of the most horrific things that possibly happen. It's bad enough when you die on the server and you lose all your belongings, but to have somebody come along and destroy your builds or anything that you've been working on, your animals, so on and so forth, is
Not acceptable.
no, it's not, totally not acceptable.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing, whilst we're talking about things we're not allowed to do here, no PvP unless in designated battle area. Not everybody likes being sliced in two or what have you on the whilst you're trying to build. So we eventually, I would imagine, we will have a designated battle arena where we can go and go into combat.
I have spoken to Oates too about possibly building us one because he seems to be the guy for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he'll build one if we can find him an area to do it.
Yeah.
The other thing which is an important one is we have creepers and they are a pain in the backside to say the least. So we would ask that any creeper damage that happens, whether it be to somebody else's build, if their chests have been opened and their belongings all over the floor, can you pick them up and put them back in the chest for them? Repair any damage as quickly as possible, preferably at the time of the incident. I think that covers the elements of combat, griefing. It's like nether tunnels. Now, this is an issue that we've had on the server for a while, and if you do make a nether tunnel, if you cross somebody else's tunnel, that's absolutely fine. But can you please signpost where your tunnel is going and each junction you come to? The simple fact is people are getting lost in the nether.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than driving around some of these tunnels that we've got and you don't know where on earth you are. I've gotten lost quite a few times myself, so that's something I've started doing, and I've noticed that we ask all our players to do the same as well. What else is there? Oh yes, if you harvest food or kill animals, can we ask you to repopulate and replant, please? Horses and animals like this. I mean, we've got people bringing animals in from other areas now. But if you are using somebody else's, like if we've got a community farm or what have you, if you take stuff, can you repopulate and replant? Hang on a second. What else have I missed? No joyriding, no stealing anybody else's horses, please.
No what?
Joyriding.
Joyriding.
Joyriding. Oh yeah.
We don't use mods on this server. We strongly believe in a pure vanilla style Minecraft. And whilst we can't protect chests or make doors lockable or make horses player specific, please don't take other people's horses or animals. The only other point I've got is if you come across any villages, and there are villagers actually present, can you please do whatever you can to protect them? If it means you put up a wall for them and light it all up for them, brilliant. If it means you're just blocking them inside the houses, please put torches inside the houses. There's nothing worse than coming back onto a server and finding a village full of zombie villagers.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all I've got on the list. Have I missed anything?
I don't think so.
That's pretty much it. I have a couple thoughts that I wanted to interject. You know, a lot of times that our folks ask, you know, when a new person comes on, you know, where can I build? What can I do? You know, and you know, the rule for building I think it's a general consensus that we just say, you're free to build wherever you want, just don't interfere with anyone else's build. If you see someone has claimed an area, either signposted it or whatever, or has in the chat said, "Hey, I'm taking this whole swamp or whatever in order to do a villager farm or whatever, or not a villager, but a witch farm or something." That just try to respect what other people have. And if you start building next to someone and you didn't realize you were that close, then just communicate about it.
Yeah, we'll work that out.
Yeah, and one thing that some people ask is about Hill Valley. That's this town that we're actually in right here. We do have a few small rules or guidelines on people that first get on the server. That one of the first things we would like you to do is build a replication or a model of the house or apartment or building that you're living in real life in this town somewhere. And there's plots all over the place. They're outlined with wool on the ground. And just go find you a plot. We're not really specific on a plot number or anything like that anymore. In the beginning we were, but now just try to find some place where you can build your house. And we ask that be kind of one of your first builds on the server. So it's just a neat thing to do, a cool idea that we came up with. And there's a couple other places on the server that have building codes or guidelines per se, like Hill Valley. Another one is the Old West Town of Tombstone. And we're asking, it's actually in a Bryce Mesa biome, and we're asking everyone not to pillage that mesa for all of its clay. We want to leave it pristine. So when we post things, I'm sure we'll put up post signs in these different areas, like at Tombstone, just saying, do not mine this area, leave it pristine. If you see postings like that, just respect whatever's posted.
That's right. We do have other mesas to pillage.
Yeah, yeah, we do. And if you find a biome that you want to leave, you think you want to leave it pristine, just post it and let everyone know. Hey, I found this ice spike somewhere, and I want to leave it, nice looking. So, we can all agree to that, because this map is infinite, and we can find other places to gain resources. So
that's right.
That's my piece.
All right. Well, the only thing I want to say now is, part of the reason we had this whole meeting was, it seems like we've drawn a lot of attention to ourselves. We've got got a big shot on here now. So, and people are coming from his YouTube channel. And wanting to get on the server. And the only thing that I would caution us is that we just have to be pretty vigilant about who we're letting on and whatnot. We've been pretty lucky so far. We've got some good people. But sooner or later, somebody's going to want to get on the server. And when I post their information on the Dadcraft chat, it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
We just can't. I'm not suggesting that we should have said no on anybody in particular, or anybody at all. Just that, sooner or later, we're going to have to sort them out. That's all.
Yeah.
We can't tell everybody yes, Tad.
That's true. We want to give everyone a chance, but it's a limited amount of space that the server can handle. So that's just the way it is. And
I think we've gotten to the point now where we can afford to be picky.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's see. Anything else that we need to cover here, guys?
You want to say anything about the creative server?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're added to the whitelist here on the Dadcraft server, we do have a creative plot server that you'll also be able to join, which we encourage. Just any kind of creative building that you want to do, figuring out designs or working on redstones in a server type, or redstone circuits in a server format or in a server setting. With all of its lag and issues that servers have, that's available too. So And
We've even got
that,
one member doing a building series on there and doing
yeah,
tutorials and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's kind of cool to see some of the things that people are building there.
yeah. It's a good place for us to, sometimes we'll want to collaborate. Like, hey, can you come help me with this? And I've had one of the new guys, Rich. He asked me to help him a couple times, so we just hopped onto that server and worked out the circuitry. And then, it's just an easy place to collaborate, because that way you don't have to gain all the resources and do it in survival and blow yourself up.
That's right. And you can fly around and build it quicker and easier on
Yeah,
there and get an idea of what you want to do.
yeah.
So,
But that is available. It's a different server off of here, but it's still completely associated with Dadcraft too.
all right. And there was somebody had mentioned not long ago, I seen in the chat that it might be time for us to organize a UHC again.
Oh yeah,
So that might be fun. We'll just have to try to see if we can get a date and a time that works for almost everybody. And of course, now we know that Kaylor will do it any time of day or night, so it makes no difference to him. But
Taylor never sleeps.
I know it.
So.
He's amazing, isn't he? So and all right. So I don't think there's anything else here, is there?
Looks like it.
I think we've covered everything.
So how often do you think we want to do these little Dadcraft chats?
I say we should at least shoot for once a month, if not, unless something else comes up sooner.
Okay, and we will always upload these to the Dadcraft YouTube channel. This is the very first video to go on there, so soon it will be searchable, because you cannot search for our channel until there's a video up.
Yep.
So I will get it up as soon as we can.
All right.
All right, so
Right.
that'll do it, guys. Let me
Right.
stop the recording. Here we
Thanks
go.
for watching, everybody.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.